I am Joshua Evans. Today I want to talk about and break down one of the most influential animators of the digital age and founding fathers of Pixar animation, and his name was John Allen Lasseter. John Lasseter was born on January 12th, 1957, in Hollywood, California. His mother was an art teacher, and early on in his life, John's mother, Jewel, encouraged Lasseter to hone in his craft and passion, which was art. Sometime during high school, Lasseter read the process of how Walt Disney Studios created Beauty and the Beast, which solidified Lasseter's ambition and him wanting to pursue a career in animation. Lasseter's talent and passion were unmatched. He attended the California Institution of the Arts, and after graduating in 1979, he immediately found work at his idol's company, Walt Disney Studios. Lasseter was emphatic with new computer technology, which he thought could change the landscape of the animation industry, much to the dismay of his superiors. Lasseter often thought that Disney became too complacent during these years, the late 70s and 80s, specifically, and claimed that Disney as a company plateaued after 101 Dalmatians, often repeating themselves. Lasseter was fired in 1983. Soon, Lasseter began working for Lucasfilms for computer graphics. His first assignment was to direct an animated short film, The Adventures of Andre and Wally B, which was one of the first movies to feature computer-generated characters, which was a huge milestone achievement. Soon, Lucasfilm's computer graphics division became Pixar, and the industry was soon for an even bigger shock. Pixar went from a studio that made animated shorts to animated films, and Lasseter was at the forefront of this movement. And it began with 1995's Toy Story. Everybody knows Toy Story all too well, and it defined a generation. But the process that was used to make this and future films show the true genius of Lasseter and truly pioneered a new era. Lasseter had three big main principles when it came to making a story. Number one was tell a compelling story that was unpredictable and kept the audience at the edge of their seat. Audience will get bored with predictable storytelling, which will make audience less invested in your story. Number two is to populate that story with real, appealing characters. The characters must feel real for the audience to truly connect with them. And finally, number three was to put numbers one and two, which were the audiences getting bored with predictable storytelling and real characters, put them in a world that doesn't have to be realistic, but is believable in that world. A prime example is another one of Pixar's creations, which was Cars, and how within Cars, houses for them were considered garages and within the shape of cones. Furthermore, Lasseter emphasized that once a story was made, to go to storyboarding and make it, in his words, a comic book version of the movie. Lasseter also emphasized color scripts, which were invented by Pixar and still used to this day by them. Color scripts were similar to storyboarding, but were used for appropriating color and lighting that would be used for the animation to make sure, that the lighting wouldn't have issues beforehand. Mind you, these were all drawn. Overall, Lasseter's imprint on the digital age cannot go untalked about. He was a true pioneer, and his work process is revered throughout the industry. His work process is still used to this day. Over 20 plus years later. His process was also able to award him 2 Academy Awards and was an entire generation of Universal movies for children, teens, young adults, and elders through universal storytelling and compelling characters and great animation.